Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michelle Graham and I am Deputy Superintendent Registrar for the Borough of Swindon. This is my colleague Terry Snape. Terry is our Registrar today and she has the responsibility to enter the details of your marriage into the register, and a copy of that register entry is your marriage certificate, which we'll take away with you today. We offer you a very warm welcome to Stanton House Hotel this afternoon. There is my pleasure and my privilege to conduct this ceremony for Dan and for Emma. Are you ready to begin?
Yep.
That's good. That's a nice definite yes. Through the vows they make today, Dan and Emma will make a commitment to each other for the rest of their lives. I know it means a great deal to them both that you are here today to offer your support and encouragement as they take this important step. Marriage is not an easy path. It requires devotion, the ability to listen, the wisdom to know when we are wrong, and the strength to put things right. One of the historic customs in a wedding ceremony is giving the bride away, and today this act is seen as support for her marriage and a promise of continued love and affection from her family. So I now ask, who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Thank you, Mr. Dilworth. Please take your seat. And thank you, Ryan. Take your seat. This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. Daniel Roger Boylett and Emma Jane Dilworth have come to be married here today, and if any person here present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, they must declare it now. You've invited the right people. I think we're quite safe to continue. So Dan and Emma, before you are joined in matrimony, it's my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. And further, it's a solemn union to provide the love, friendship, help and support that each ought to have for the other, both in times of health and sickness, and in times of joy or sorrow. I'm now going to ask each of you in turn to declare before your witnesses that you know of no lawful reason why you may not be married to each other today. I'm going to ask you to speak first, Dan. Please repeat these words. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I, Daniel Roger Boylett,
that I, Daniel Roger Boylett,
know not of any lawful impediment
know not of any lawful impediment
why I may not be joined in marriage
why I may not be joined in marriage
to Emma Jane Dilworth.
to Emma Jane Dilworth.
Well done. Thank you. Emma, please say these words. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I, Emma Jane Dilworth,
that I, Emma Jane Dilworth,
know not of any lawful impediment
know not of any lawful impediment
why I may not be joined in marriage
why I may not be joined in marriage
to Daniel Roger
to
Boylett.
Daniel Roger Boylett.
Well done. You've established that you are legally free to marry one another today. I'm now going to ask you both a very important question. And if it's your intention this afternoon to become husband and wife together, the answer I need, the answer we're all hoping for is I will. Dan, will you take Emma to be your wife? Will you comfort her in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with her through the good times? And will you remain true to her for the rest of your life together?
I will.
Emma, will you take Dan to be your husband? Will you comfort him in life's sorrow and pain? Will you rejoice with him through the good times? And will you remain true to him for the rest of your life together?
I will.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would ask you to please stand as Dan and Emma exchange their marriage vows with each other. So say these words to each other, hold hands if that feels comfortable. Hang on tight, and again Dan, it's you to speak first, but say these words to Emma. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Daniel Roger Boylett,
to witness that I, Daniel Roger Boylett,
do take thee, Emma Jane Dilworth,
do take thee, Emma Jane Dilworth,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I promise to respect you
I promise to respect you
and to love you
and to love you
with kindness, unselfishness and trust.
with kindness, unselfishness and trust.
I will always support you
I will always support you
and always try to bring you happiness.
and always try to bring you happiness.
Thank you. Emma, please say these words. I call upon these persons here present
I call upon these persons here present
to witness that I, Emma Jane Dilworth,
to witness that I, Emma Jane Dilworth,
do take thee, Daniel Roger
do
Boylett,
take thee, Daniel Roger Boylett,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
I promise to respect you
I promise to respect you
and to love you
and to love you
with kindness, unselfishness and
with
trust.
kindness, unselfishness and trust.
I will always support you
I will always support you
and always try to bring you happiness.
and always try to bring you happiness.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. We've now come to the exchange and receiving of rings, which is the traditional way of sealing the vows which Dan and Emma have just made. I'll ask you to step forward, Ryan, please. The wedding ring is an unbroken circle with no beginning and no end. Wear it proudly. It's a symbol which speaks of the unending and everlasting love that you have for each other. If you can first of all give Emma's ring to Dan. Place that ring on the third finger of her left hand. And please say, Emma, I give you this ring
Emma, I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
that I have taken you to be my wife,
that I have taken you to be my wife,
and as a sign of my love and trust.
and as a sign of my love and trust.
Because my hands are warm.
It's
fine, it's fine.
Okay, you can give that other ring to Emma, please. Place that on the third finger of Dan's left hand. And please say, Dan, I give you this ring
Dan, I give you this ring
as a symbol
as a symbol
I've taken you to be my husband,
that I've taken you to be my husband
and as a sign of my love and trust.
and as a sign of my love and trust.
Can you take your seat?
Your hands are warm.
That's fine.
Give it a little, that's it. Dan and Emma, you have both made the declarations prescribed by law. You made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of all your witnesses here assembled. This day is the start of a new life for you together, and we hope the feelings of love you clearly have for each other will deepen and grow even stronger throughout the years to come. It's my pleasure to tell you, you are husband and wife together. Dan, you may now do the thing.
Not just because I'm the father of the bride, but because you'll be looking for that display of emotion that sometimes I seem to be prone to. And why wouldn't I be emotional on a day like today? My daughter, who looks absolutely stunning, by the way, has got married. There's more than that. It's a day when friends and families get together to join the best kind of celebration. A day when we see family that we haven't seen for a long time. A day when we see family first time. Welcome to Leah, over there, and of course many others who I haven't seen before. But we also know there's a day when there are those who can't be here, who are no longer with us, but I know they're going to be there with us in spirit, watching and smiling along. That's the first emotional test. I think so far so good. It's also a day when the family grows a little bit more. Welcome Wendy, Roger. Now fully become part of that, so welcome to you both. For us, it's also a chance to see some of those friends that we've seen grow up over the years. So many of whom have been in our house, perhaps buried in a carpet of sleeping bags, jumping on a bouncy castle, sliding downstairs on cushions, or gathered around a table being hobbits, dwarves, or just building Lego. I wonder where that comes from. There'll also be new friends. Whoever you are very welcome here today, and thank you for coming to join us in this very special celebration. I hope you enjoy the day and that you leave with a smile on your face. Now we should focus on the two people this day is all about, Dan and Emma. Two people that are now officially joined and have committed themselves to each other. As a father, you know and hope that this day will come. As a father of the bride, it is perhaps even more special. Thank you. A chance to be proud and to show off your beautiful daughter to a captive audience. Not that would anyone want to get away today when you've got Lego on the table to play with. All of this started on the 27th of October 1989 when Sue brought our Emma into the world to be greeted by an emotional father. The first of what would seem to be many occasions. After that, we start a wonderful journey. A journey where we have school plays, sports days, tooth fairies, and everything which is wonderful about childhood. James and Emma play well together, and Sue does a fantastic job of bringing them up. Well, I do my careful stuff, so thank you, Sue. Pause for effect. As life continues, Emma develops into a wonderful young lady with a very distinct focus on what she wants to achieve. Even at primary school, she knew she was going to be a teacher, and everything from there on in was about how to achieve that. She grows up but still retains the strong inner child which we see here today. That's a trait shared by many of her friends who are now Dan's friends of course. I remember the first time that I saw him and thinking about how I should be. I think I tried not to be too protective, and I guess it's always going to be inevitable that you have that sort of go and impress me. No need for that. Anyway, back to Emma. She stays the course at university, and we have the Proud Parents thing at university. We see a couple of pictures of her looking like she's had a few drinks, but that really is quite a rare thing, as is her wearing makeup. But then she doesn't need either to have fun or look wonderful. After that, she comes home. It's never really the same again, and it becomes obvious that her relationship with Dan is a serious one. They decide to buy a house together. Up to that point, we've only seen weekend glimpses of Dan, but we've seen enough to know that she's in very good hands. After that, their relationship develops. They get tested with the hard things in life that come along. Dan shows great qualities in how to handle those, and both show maturity, which belies their inner child, which is so strong. Emma and James also continue to support each other through their own difficult times. And I hope they continue to do so. Did someone say strength through unity? I think that was a comic Robin character. Maybe you should know who that is. So it's time that I wind this up. I've had my say. I'm ready to hand things over to Ryan for a lighter and probably less emotional speech, and to Dan to look after her amazing daughter. I know that he'll look after her. I'm delighted to welcome him formally as son-in-law. To Emma and Dan, I wish you many years of happiness and hope that one day soon there can be a grand in front of the mother and father.
Another 2 years, please, Emma. At least.
No pressure.
That should also mean a great for the other generation.
Yes.
Not all of whom are here today, but again, I know they're smiling with us on this very special occasion. Now, I'd like you all to raise your glasses and join me in a toast to Emma and Dan. So, thank you all again for coming here today, for listening and for helping us celebrate this very special day. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the groom.
Quite a lot of you in here, actually. Can we do another toast? Yes, let's do that.
Dutch
Right, well, thank you, John, for those kind words. But please do bear with me, speeches aren't my strong point. Keeping it. I'll keep it short and sweet, I think.
Give him a plug in the socket, you know, he'd be alright then.
I can work today. But yeah, as John said, there's Lego. So if you get bored or if it gets awkward to watch me, just carry on with the Lego, that's fine. So, thank you all for being here. It does mean a lot to us that you're all here. We really appreciate it. So, a round of applause to you all for being here, please. Right. John, Sue, first thanks goes to you. I thought for a long time about how to thank you, and it actually came to me in a dream. Unfortunately, I didn't write it down, so we'll have to skip that bit. I thought a better way would be just to promise you that I will be there for Emma, make her as happy as I can, support her, and I thought that would mean more to you than just saying thank you. Yes. We have a very small token of appreciation.
Oh, hang on.
It's been great for you welcoming me into the family. I really appreciate it. I was nervous the first time I met you. We got through that. So. If we could have a round of applause as well for John. Right, my parents then. They've been there for me, obviously, and I do appreciate that. There's been some tough times, especially recently, but they've both got me through it, got themselves through it, so I appreciate that as well. Not wanting to toot my own horn, they've done a really good job. I must have done because Emma said yes. Another round of applause. bridesmaids then. They get the next thanks. They've done a really good job. I'm not even going to pretend to know half of what they've done. It's probably better that way, but I know that what you have done has been amazing. I mean, it has turned out amazing. When we look at Emma. Yeah. Very good. Round of applause for the bridesmaids. These guys. So thank you guys for ushering today. Tom, and James. Been really good at rounding people up. Must have been a bit of a struggle. I was always struggling at times. But no, what you've done has been immortalised on film. A couple of extra words for James, who I also extend the same promise to. Regards to Emma. Good. No, it's really going to be good to call you brother now, properly. It's good to be so passionate to be brother-in-law. So, cheers and a round of applause to the guys as well. Right, turn the page. Yeah, you've done a really good job though, being best man. I appreciate what you've done. What you've done throughout all my life as well. You've been there. It's funny you should mention the other day playing Connects in the Loft, because I remember that as well. Let's have a hug. Right, no, not done. Yeah, thank the most important person here today, obviously. This is Emma Boylett. That's crazy. It doesn't seem that long ago that we started going out. That's weird. I remember it. It comes with an odd story about a pigeon.
Tell the story.
No, I went up to Worcester to meet Emma for the first time. Managed to get there early. Went to park up. Made my way back out of the car park somehow. Got stuck in traffic. But Emma still waited for over an hour. But she was still there when I went there to meet her. So, there we go. It was a bit awkward after that, I must admit. But she did bring up the courage to ask me what I was thinking. At the time there was a pigeon, and I said, actually I was wondering what that pigeon was thinking. She knew I was a keeper from that. Yeah, it did get better from then on though. As each other, although she's definitely a bigger nerd than I am. Silly as well. So, yeah, I can only thank you for what you've done for me so far, supporting me through tough times. I know you're going to be there for me in the future as well. I've got no choice now. But I can only promise to do the same, as I know you will. Thank you very much. A final toast to Emma. You haven't got any Lego things, but if you want to hold up some Lego as well.
Well, hello everyone. I'm not great with crowds, so I'm going to keep it short, as everyone says. It's incredibly heartwarming to be filled with a room, filled with people who are all here for the same wonderful reason. But I'm afraid we'll wait until after Dennis to go on the assault course. Everyone is looking smashing. Honestly, it's amazing what people do when there's promise of free cake. I would like to say thanks to our ushers, Tom and James, for all your help. It's been a real relief to see that I'm not the only one that has no idea what they're doing.
Yeah! Skill!
Amy, Carla and Chloe, you are looking fantastic. On behalf of the bride and groom, I'd like to extend my thanks for coming together to help make this day proper special. Thank you. I want to make it clear that I am very proud of my big brother. Not only has he managed to find someone who matches his personality so well, he actually managed to resist the urge to wear sandals to the ceremony.
How hard was it?
Growing up with a big brother like Dan has been an interesting experience, to say the least. When we were kids, I remember we would tap each other with plastic and pretend to be dead. And as teenagers, we spent a lot of time ignoring each other and stealing each other's cereal. Fun times. As we both eventually grew into adulthood and alliance set in. I'm closer to my brother now than I ever have been. It's been an absolute joy to watch Dan and Emma build a life together, and not just talk about their Lego collection. Seriously. Dan and Emma, you deserve each other. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but it's true. Seeing how happy you make each other is not only heartwarming, but an inspiration. And I think I can speak for everyone in this room when I say that I love you both, and I'm so very proud. So happy birthday. To Dan and Emma. Dan and Emma.